She wasn't supposed to be here. A year ago, Belinda Bencic was cradling her newborn daughter far away from the grass courts of Wimbledon. A few months ago, she was quietly crashing out in the first round of Bad Homburg, unsure if her comeback would ever take off. But today, she's one match away from the Wimbledon final. And on the other side of the net, Iga Swiatek, the world number one in waiting, a four-time slam champion, a baseline juggernaut who's finally learning to breathe on grass, a player whose dominance everywhere else has made this surface her final frontier. So what happens when the WTA's fiercest frontrunner meets a mother on a mission? When raw aggression faces quiet defiance? When destiny meets defiance on center court? So this is not just a semifinal. This is a story about belief, about heart, and about rewriting narratives, one grass-stained step at a time. Let's break it down. If you're new to tennis, you might not know this. Belinda Bencic was once tipped to be the future of the sport, a prodigy from Switzerland who took down Serena Williams at 18, a player whose hands were compared to Hingis and whose brain was always 2 shots ahead. But injuries, inconsistency, and life got in the way. And then, motherhood. In April 2024, she gave birth to her daughter, Bella. Just 15 months later, she's standing in a Wimbledon semifinal. For the first time in her 9 appearances here. This isn't just about tennis anymore. This is personal. This is legacy. Yet, look at the numbers. No, wait. Look at the moments. She could have cracked against Alexandrova in round 4. 5 match points gone, crowd holding its breath, but Bencic held her nerve, won the tiebreaker, and didn't let the past swallow her. She could have panicked against Andreeva, the teen sensation with nothing to lose. 2 tiebreaks, high tension, but again, Bencic was calm, surgical, poised. Each match has felt like a silent rebellion. A mom, not just playing to prove herself, but playing to show that maybe she never stopped belonging here. And you feel that energy from the crowd. You feel it in the cheers that last a little longer, in the way the camera lingers on her smiles, in the Reddit threads calling her a hero. She's not here because of luck. She's here because she deserves to be. Iga Swiatek has won Roland Garros 4 times. She's dominated hard courts. She's been world number 1. And yet, every time grass season rolled around, there was this one question. Can she do it here? 2023 Wimbledon, she beat Bencic, yes. But it wasn't without a scare, and it wasn't dominant. This year, though, something's changed. It started in Bad Homburg, where she reached her first grass court final. Suddenly, she wasn't just surviving rallies, she was controlling them. She wasn't slipping on the turf. She was sliding with intent. And now, at Wimbledon, she's cut through the draw with confidence. Her win over Samsonova in the quarters, clinical. Her comeback against McNally, mature. She hasn't just adjusted her game, she's adjusted her mindset. She's no longer treating grass like an enemy, she's treating it like a puzzle. And piece by piece, she's solving it. So when she walks out against Bencic, Iga won't be thinking about the surface. She'll be thinking about the moment, the goal, the chance to conquer the last slam surface that's eluded her. She's not chasing redemption anymore. She's chasing legacy. Here's where it gets tricky, because this matchup, it's closer than it looks. Swiatek leads the head-to-head, sure, but Bencic is the only one who's beaten her in straight sets in a slam. And on grass, the gap closes. Why? Because Bencic doesn't give you rhythm. Her game is disruptive, flat shots, early takes, sudden angles, and on grass, that unpredictability becomes a weapon. Swiatek loves rhythm. She builds patterns. Bencic breaks them, but Swiatek brings pressure every single point. She'll make Bencic play that one extra ball. She'll test her movement, her fitness, her footwork, and while Bencic has shown poise, Swiatek has shown hunger. Quiet, cold-blooded hunger. Mentally, this match will be a war. Bencic playing with house money, Swiatek playing for history. The first set will be the decider. If Bencic snatches it, we've got a war. If Swiatek takes control early, it could be a grind. One plays for herself, the other plays for something bigger. You can already feel the tension on tennis Twitter. One half of the world wants the fairy tale, the mom, the comeback, the poetic return. The other half wants greatness to evolve. For Iga to finally prove that she's not just a clay queen, but an all-surface empress. Reddit threads are full of respect for both. One says, Bencic's smile after beating Andreeva made me cry. This is what sport is about. Another says, if Iga wins Wimbledon, the GOAT talk starts. They're not wrong. This is one of those matches where no one loses. One walks away with the win. The other walks away with our hearts. Bencic has the crowd. Iga has the history books. This is center court poetry. All right. My take, I think we're in for 3 sets. I think there's going to be a moment late in the second set where Bencic has a chance to close the door. And if she doesn't, Swiatek slams it shut. Bencic will go for her shots. She'll hit the lines. She'll make Iga uncomfortable, but Swiatek has grown. She's no longer the player who panics under pressure on grass. She's patient, calculated. She's found that sweet balance between power and discipline. When the match gets close, and it will, she'll trust the hard work she's done over the past year. Her movement has improved, her timing is better, and she's no longer hesitating on short balls. She's finally playing like she believes she belongs here. Bencic might be the better story, but Swiatek might be the better player, at least right now. This match will test her footwork, her patience, and her courage, but she's passed those tests before, and I believe she's ready to do it again. So here's my bold call. Iga Swiatek wins in 3 tight sets, but she will be pushed to her emotional limit, and she'll walk off that court knowing she's no longer learning grass. She's mastered it. Whatever happens, this match will stay with us. If Bencic wins, it's the greatest comeback story in years, like a mother, a fighter, a woman rewriting what's possible. If Swiatek wins, it's a coronation. The final box checked. The moment she goes from champion to legend. Either way, we win. And now it's your turn. Who do you think takes this one? Is this the year Bencic shocks the world, or is it finally Swiatek's Wimbledon? Let me know in the comments. Let's get the debate going. This one's going to be special. Before you go, if you've ever found yourself tearing up during a match or smiling when a player defies all odds, you probably just love tennis. That's why we made something simple. A clean little I Love Tennis merch drop. Nothing flashy. Just for the fans who feel this sport deep. Check it out in the description, called If It Speaks to You. Either way, thanks for being part of this journey. We'll see you in the next one.